Hi, everyone. Welcome to another fun episode right here in the kitchen with KK. We're going to be exploring again how food can help you heal the body. I wanted to end September showcasing prostate health because September is Prostate Health Awareness. So this is fantastic. It is male-oriented video here, so you can watch this for the men in your life or men out there. You can watch it for some really great tips on how to nourish your prostate, how to reduce swelling in an enlarged prostate, how to prevent that, and how to prevent prostate cancer. So I am an integrative and functional health coach, and what we do is we get to the root cause of disease, discomfort in the body, what is causing it. I am a healing bioenergetic chefs. And bioenergetics is the study of energy in living systems. We have a human body field. And so I'm an author of this cookbook, Simple Cooking for Vitality. And it is showcasing bioenergetic cooking, a way for you to build reverence for food, how food relates, provides information and energy to our organs, to those systems. And that's what we explore in every cooking session, making something delicious. So stay with me to the end because we're going to make something, a pesto that men really enjoy, horseradish, especially the men that love meat. We're making a pumpkin seed horseradish pesto. So first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to look at nutrients, about 6 nutrients that are very important for the function of a healthy prostate and also to help reduce any inflammation. When it comes to cancer, our main things with every single cancer, cellular health, is reducing inflammation and adding in antioxidants to protect our cells and to prevent oxidative stress. So that is very common. This is our horseradish root right here. So first off, let's just get into empowering yourself. That's what this whole channel is about, especially when you feel like what's going on in the world may make you scared or things are out of control or there's flooding going on. We need to have control of our own health, of our own bodies, especially during flu season. Your immune system is what prevents disease and flu in your body. Your immune system must be strong. Your body knows what to do. So that's what we're doing. We're talking about that. So let's start with nutrient number 1 because pumpkin seeds are the showcase item tonight. And I'm going to show you a pumpkin seed that all your men are going to love to snack on. I love snacking on it. And it's different than the pumpkin seeds that I use for cooking or I grind down. So zinc is number 1. So pumpkin seeds are an easy way to get quality zinc into your body. Some of the other items would be basil, one of the herbs there, also parsley, and parsley is a natural diuretic. And so are the pumpkin seeds and the zinc related to that. It helps to flush out through the urinary tract. So the second leading cause of cancer in men is, well, the second cancer in men, the most prevalent is prostate cancer right behind lung. But it's the main reason that men go to urologists for an enlarged prostate or to check their prostate. So you need to feel like you're in control. And a lot of men love their meats and potatoes, and that's why they're missing some of the nutrients that your cells need to do their job. And that's all we're doing. We're giving the cells the tools they need because the cells are already programmed to do their job. So what else? Chickpeas are great. Some of the other beans, quinoa, white beans, and black-eyed peas. So making like a butterbean, the butterbean flax spread. That's another video that I have that you've seen. And roasted chickpeas, or I love to mash up chickpeas and actually make it's like a mock tuna salad. So you're avoiding any of the mercury. There's many things you can do with chickpeas, adding them into salads, but this is fantastic. You got to weave in some of the plant-rich nutrients. The Mediterranean diet, we don't do diets, we do eating lifestyle because it's diet and lifestyle that drives disease. It's not your DNA. Okay, so your genes, you can turn on healing or you can turn on disease. With food, what we're trying to do is make sure we're turning on that vibrancy. And as we age, we're losing certain things. So we need to get more in our body. And lots of color, that's the antioxidants. But what else here? Of course, grass-fed beef. Now, a lot of men eating out at restaurants all the time. Make sure you're ordering grass-fed beef online if you can't get it. Order yourself some elk. Get just really good quality. If you're eating out all the time, you are not getting good quality meat, poultry. You are getting conventional, which is filled with whatever that animal is eating. Typically, it's grain-fed and poor quality grain. Hormones, antibiotics, all of these things are proven to cause cellular distress and proven to cause or increase the risk of cancer. So that's what you need to think about at home. You can totally control the quality of everything you're eating. That's the joy and the pleasure and the excitement of being able to eat some meals, the majority of them at home. Saving money, you can go out and eat something better, okay, at a better restaurant. So white beans, black-eyed peas, I got that, about 20 to 30% of your daily zinc. I think it's important for your immune system. The immune system is important to seek out cells that could be destructive so they can die off and get out of the body, those senescent cells. Important to keep our immune system strong, and you have the ability to do that. Zinc is number one. So we're going to be looking at pumpkin seeds. The ones that I use, that I grind up in my coffee grinder to add to different smoothies and things, or to my cultured yogurts that I make, are these. They're unroasted, they're unsalted. Those are not going to be super fun to snack on, and these are bigger. Okay, so what I suggest to my clients to snack on, because 1/4 cup is going to give you 10 grams of protein. So just a half a cup, you could eat a half a cup. That's 20 grams of protein that is easy to digest, and it is alkaline, not acid forming. Dairy, alcohol, meat, they're all acid forming. Acid creates an environment for disease. So we have to balance those acid forming nutrients, foods in our body. So these go raw. These are organic sprouted pumpkin seeds with a little bit of sea salt. There's 2 ingredients, and you will love these. The sprouted ones are easier to chew. You want to chew because you don't want them getting stuck in your gut lining. As we age, we can sometimes, we have been eating things that compromise the quality of our gut lining. So we need to do that. All right, so zinc, fantastic. We need that for the quality and the performance of our prostate. Also, I want you to understand that if you buy zinc, well, liquid zinc sulfate is fantastic. It's great to add in, but these are food sources. What happens is the body understands synergistically food sources of nutrients. So important ones, if you don't feel like you're getting enough, it's good to supplement, but zinc sulfate is zinc sulfite is sulfate, liquid zinc sulfate. This is the important one to get in. I like the liquid form myself. So anyway, more bioavailable, and it's fantastic. So vitamin E, that's the next one. So vitamin E is an antioxidant in the body, protects skin, eye, tissue. We need this. Where are you going to find this vitamin? You're going to be finding it in almonds. So almonds do create a really good snack source, not roasted in inflammatory oils, not with all these added spices that have flavoring added. Those flavorings are carte blanche for chemicals added in. So listen, if you need to spice them up, add some of your own stuff or mix them in. But raw almonds, here we go. Uh, and then even raw almond milk, the Malk brand that just has simple 3 ingredients. Hazelnuts. So when you're having a nut snack or you're preparing a little snack to go, mix some different nuts in there. Sunflower seeds. So I keep them in containers so that they are protected. They're not going to fall over. Sunflower seeds are excellent to add a handful to a salad or on anything. It gives you a little bit of a crunch. So find ways to get more sunflower seeds into the mix, even avocados. So I love having just an avocado snack, adding it to the top of a salad. Ask at a restaurant to have a side of avocado. Get used to that at breakfast, at lunch, at dinner. Adding in these good fats. This is a superfood. It's got all the amino acids that we need, that we don't, the essential amino acids. So it is actually a perfect protein, as well as having really good fats level there and extra vitamin E. Squashes, beautiful squashes. This is squash season. Stuffed acorn squash. I have many recipes on my channel here for that, or even I just did a recipe for spaghetti squash, which you can add on top of that, grass-fed bison balls with really delicious red sauce and fresh basil. So there's ways to get all of this. So next up is vitamin D. Now, of course, we need vitamin D for our immune system as well. One of the best ways to get vitamin D into our body is through sunshine. It's a conversion through your skin. So you want to be able to get some direct sunshine. Walking for an hour on the beach is ideal. Around here, it is a luxury that I am so grateful for, but you don't want to lather up a ton of sunscreen unless for some reason you're out midday. I don't go out and sit in the sun all day. So I do not use chemical sunscreen. You need it to get onto your body. Now, this is another supplement that you might want to supplement with, but if you're going to do it, it's D3 plus K2. You need that mixture there. That also protects your vascular system from the buildup of rogue calcium. Calcium comes in if there's inflammation. So that's why we're talking about reducing inflammation. Inflammation tends to be the root cause of the majority of diseases. So it is the root cause. It's where things start, and we don't feel that inflammation in our body. It is the silent inflammation from the innate immune system that starts kicking in. And they didn't even win the Nobel Prize on this discovery until 2010. So you see, it's been a more recent discovery here, and talked about. What else? So salmon, of course, wild sockeye salmon, wild caught salmon, not farm raised. Often what we're getting subpar salmon in restaurants. They're not buying the highest quality, but you can buy it and have it. You can bring it to work for lunch on top of some greens. You can have it just by itself with a side of avocado. And just fantastic. You can put this pesto that we're going to make at the end of the video on top of any meat. It's going to taste fantastic. And sardines, just take a look at sardines. Now, sardines, you're also getting really good omega-3s. So this is the EPA and the DHA versions, the animal-based omega-3s, naturally helping to reduce inflammation in the body, along with, say, flax seeds or the ALA, or the plant-based omega-3s. And if you're looking at cod liver oil and other clean fish oils, you're going to get well over 1,000 milligrams per just a couple or 1 tablespoon of that. So you're getting a lot. But in here, you're also getting, you're getting 70% of the vitamin D here of the daily value. Plus you're getting lots of protein. So 18 grams per this little container here. So my father used to love sardines. He would put them over crackers with a squeeze of hot sauce and lemon, fresh lemon. So pretty easy. to carry with you. I actually like them too. Here's some wild mackerel. So there's other ways to get these fatty fish that are not loaded with mercury. That's the other issue with too many meats. Mercury becomes a neurotoxin. So we need to make sure that we're not having too much of the fish with all of that. Anything else on the vitamin D? The big one is sunshine. It also, walking gives you good exercise, makes you feel relaxed. Vitamin D is important for the conversion of calcium. Vitamin D is important for your immune system and also supporting your prostate. So selenium, important. Selenium is important for our thyroid. It's important for our hormone production. You're going to get it really effectively in Brazil nuts. I'm all out because I eat Brazil nuts at least 3 a day. And that, by the way, is the amount that you need to get your daily value. Very, very clean Brazil nuts. Sunflower seeds will also give you some as well. What's the other here? Pastured eggs and poultry. The thing is as we age, we need to make sure we have plenty of stomach acid, hydrochloric acid, to be able to extract those nutrients from meat and to break it down. So that's also important consideration when I'm working with my clients. We're discovering all aspects of that. And so hormone balance and increasing your immunity, selenium. So we're going to finish up with lycopene. Lycopene, most people are connected to lycopene through tomatoes. So for instance, in my cookbook, there's 2 recipes to refer to tonight. This one is in the kidney section here because of the lycopene. Lycopene is also incredibly important for bladder and for the kidneys, but stewed tomatoes are going to give you the highest form of lycopene. You're not going to get it so much in a jar of organic tomato sauce, but when you stew the tomatoes and you take off the skin, you can also reduce some of those lectins that may give some people a little bit of trouble. Stewed tomatoes are fantastic. Or you can make your own sauce after you take the skin off, and adding in fresh basil, fresh garlic, and olive oil. You see, this is the Mediterranean style here. And all of those nutrients are fantastic for your immune system. So lycopene, very high level in freshly stewed tomatoes as you heat them. So these cooked tomatoes need fats for us to help to absorb. So you see, that's why the olive oil mixed in with the tomatoes helps us to absorb these nutrients. Lycopene is an antioxidant. And the other foods that have high levels of lycopene, you've seen me do the whole videos on watermelon. Watermelon is a food for the summer. It's a food for the heart. It also has an amino acid that helps with nitric oxide production. Watermelon, it's fantastic. And so for the cardiovascular system, both tomatoes and watermelon. So lycopene for your prostate. Papaya's also got a good amount, guava, but papaya, fantastic. There's a lot of things you can make with that. And the other items to consider here, we have some here. We've got a red cabbage. We've got radicchio. We've got a purple Napa cabbage, some carrots. And that's why, as well as sweet peppers. So the recipe that I just did for the quesadilla with all the beautiful sweet peppers, those are another high in vitamin C too, as well. But here in the bladder section, we've got the red cabbage, carrot, mango salad. Now, instead of mango, you can add in some papaya. Papaya's got the natural inflammation reducing papain compound in there. So just fantastic what you can do with all these. Some of the other considerations here. So remember, supplements will not work by themselves. So if you think you're taking saw palmetto, which is a supplement that has been known to help with prostate health, if you're not removing the inflammatory foods from your diet, all of the seed oils, the low quality meats, the inflammatory processed foods, you're not going to do much help because you're just damaging your cellular health. But saw palmetto is very helpful. Combined with pumpkin seed oil, it really increases the effectiveness of this. So pumpkin seed oil can be introduced into this recipe that I'm going to do with the pesto. You're never going to want to heat pumpkin seed oil, but you can drizzle it over things. You want to order a cold pressed pumpkin seed oil in a glass jar. They used to carry it at Whole Foods. I don't see it anymore. I've just ordered some more on Amazon, so you can do that, but it's another good one to have. It is a drizzling oil, pumpkin seed oil there. So what else? Stinging nettle, that is an anti-inflammatory, antiviral effects. It actually helps to reduce some of the enlargement if you have issues with that. It's known to. And of course, we mentioned the fish oil, cod liver oil, and fish oil, just, a teaspoon or a tablespoon? A tablespoon, about 1,500. So to heal inflammation, you've got to come at it with a lot of angles, meaning introducing really good anti-inflammatory ingredients and getting rid of the stuff that's causing the problem. So why don't we clean up, and then let's come back and make this really fun pesto with horseradish. I think it's actually one of my favorite. I make lots of different pestos with walnuts or pistachios. Some obviously with the basil. You've seen some in my video collection, and I have one in the liver section made with dandelion greens and basil. That is so potent for your liver. We are going to talk about that, but horseradish also is very, very important in helping to reduce inflammation, and it's got very strong antioxidants. All of our herbs deliver us phytonutrients that are so bountifully important for our body. So I hope you've been like this so far. We're going to pause and I'm going to come right back. We're going to put this together. Please think about sharing my video. If you haven't already subscribed, please do. So I just love having fun here and weaving in some education while we make really delicious, yummy things. So we'll be right back. Okay, this recipe could not be easier, quicker, and more delicious. We've got 1 lime. We're going to squeeze it. I like to use this to squeeze my limes. And here we're going to start with 3/4 of a cup of pumpkin seeds. I'm doing 1/2 cup of the raw, unroasted, and then I'm going to add in 1/4 cup of my already blended down. So this is a jar that I use, and I add this to different smoothies. So it's a great way to get extra protein and extra pumpkin seeds. So we're increasing the pumpkin seeds in here, but we're keeping some of the texture because it's not going to be that fine when you use that blade. So the really fun thing that we're getting in here is amazing phytonutrients from our herbs. So I am adding both parsley and cilantro. We need a full cup here. So let's get I just use kitchen scissors, or I actually have herb scissors. Here. So you can kind of guess. That's at least a cup, all right? If you put in a little bit more, don't worry about it. It's fine. We want the fragrance. It's so flippin' yummy. Okay, this is horseradish root. Now, you can use prepared, just straight up horseradish, nothing else added, although this is much better. I've already done some on a microplane over wax paper here. Just make sure that's nice and solid. And we'll do a little bit more here. So if you want more than 2 tablespoons, you're welcome to put in more horseradish if you really, really love it. So here, instead of garlic, we're using horseradish as a very strong, pungent herb with very strong healing, antibacterial. This is really good for your lungs, by the way. We're in lung season. The color for the lungs are white, so garlic and horseradish, all of these things help opening up your sinuses. Fantastic. Really great for inflammation in the sinuses. Super strong. If you breathe in horseradish, you know exactly what I mean. But it is kind of manly, so it's perfect for the men. And just getting back to the meat, the problem with grilling and blackening is that you're adding a carcinogenic effect. Carcinogenic, meaning cancer causing or increasing the risk of cancer through those grilling things that you all love with the blackening and the really, really strong. You are changing the amino acids. You are changing the profile to something that can be carcinogenic to your cells. So we want to think about that when we're having our meats and cutting way back on how much of that you have. And of course, lifestyle, physical activity raises your immune system, keeps your weight management, helps with hormone balance. All of these things are important with prostate health. But food outweighs everything. Now, what I do for the limes is when I cut in half, I actually make a little slice all around while using this so that it cuts through a little easier, because sometimes the lime will double over. This way you get a better squeeze, all right? Just a little tip. So I give it a cross cut before we put it in. We want the juice of 1 whole lemon. And then lime and cilantro. Come on, that's amazing. It's delicious. I'm going to use avocado oil. You can use a high quality olive oil if you'd like to. A 1/4 cup is what we need. I am pretty good to eyeball that out. If we decide we need a little bit more, we can gauge that after. Make sure you have a little silicone spatula. I don't think I've forgotten anything. Horseradish, cilantro, parsley, pumpkin seeds, oil, and lime. Very simple. And let's make sure it's plugged in. So hold your lid. Sometimes I like to make a double recipe. So you can freeze any of the pestos. Now, if you are not using some of the already broken down pumpkin seeds, you might want to grind up the pumpkin seeds first, because once you add in the other ingredients, it gets stuck within the mixing of everything. And I often do that when I'm using nuts. But that's the purpose of stopping it, and you just keep mushing it around. So this, in a way, with the parsley, it's kind of like a chimichurri kind of sauce. So you can add this over, say, like a black bean pasta. You can add it, top it to a plant-based burger. I made many of those. My lentil walnut. You can add it to any meat or poultry or bison, like a bison ribeye. Many different ways to enjoy this. Here we go. Super fragrant. I think this actually is one of my favorite because I love cilantro. Parsley, a natural diuretic, is perfect because we are sometimes a little sedentary, and especially when it's quite humid, the diuretics such as dandelion green, celery, parsley, these are really, really helpful. This smells fantastic. Cilantro is really important to help to kind of grab onto. That's chelation, grab onto toxins and help remove it from the body. And look how amazing this is. Really, really textured, but that pungent flavor of horseradish. So I welcome you to try it. I'm trying to think of other ways that you could just put it on crackers, for goodness sakes. You know, Simple Mills makes a really good almond flour cracker that doesn't have the inflammatory oils. Remember, you need to cut down inflammatory oils, and that means reading the labels. Soy, corn, vegetable, palm oil, safflower, sunflower. The list is freaking huge and long. Bran rice. I mean, it goes on. Most of the snack items, prepared foods, when you see anything you cannot pronounce or you don't know why it's in there, we just need real food. We are healing the body with real food. The body knows what to do with this. It does not know what to do with chemicals or additives or preservatives. What does it do with it? It sticks it into fat so that it can protect us. That's why we need to clean it up. Look how amazing this is. I'm going to give it a little taste. Just fantastic. The lime, the cilantro in the horseradish, fantastic. I would even add more horseradish to this. So I might even say a quarter cup rather than just 2 tablespoons would be fantastic. Anyway, so I hope you've enjoyed exploring the nutrients that are important for prostate health. Going through them quickly: zinc and vitamin E sources food, vitamin D, selenium, and lycopene. Really important carotenoid that is an antioxidant. It has so many different ways to help the body. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this segment of In the Kitchen with KK. Thanks for tuning in. Have an awesome night.